Hey boys, what's going on? Welcome back to another episode of the Line Break Sports Podcast. Here with a very special guest. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, my name's Julian, just known as Julian on mostly on TikTok as Giuliano Ali, about 15,000 followers. But yeah, that's about it. Proud and passionate Dragons supporter.
Yes, sir. So today we're going to be previewing the annual Anzac Day clash against the Sydney Roosters. Now, Julian, last year's match, I was at that game, and
Me
I'm sure
too.
you were, but
Yeah,
it did not go to plan. We scored
no.
the first try through Sewer, and then from then on, it just went completely downhill. What were your thoughts on last year's match?
I don't know. It was. Not gonna say it was good. Obviously, I don't think
Yeah,
a Dragons fan would say it was good. It
yeah,
first started off when Sully got hit
yeah. First match of
and
the
he
game.
didn't play the rest of the game.
So,
Why was it Hargreaves? I think it was
yeah, Hargreaves.
Hargreaves. Yeah, but after that, I don't know, it just went downhill from there, honestly. Like, just
Yeah,
couldn't play a game of footy, dead set. Like,
yeah.
Manu put on a masterclass. He just kept breaking
He did.
through, and
He did.
Sloane couldn't handle it.
It kind of summed up last year as a whole. We were so inconsistent. Like one week we were good, and one week we were absolutely
Yeah,
terrible. And that week kind of,
yeah,
epitomized our horrific season as a whole. It was improvement from the previous season, but even the previous season, we played really well on Anzac Day. We scored more tries than the
yeah,
Roosters, but we ended up losing by 1 point. To a
yeah,
Luke Hughes field goal, and Toby Catherine dropped the ball in the last play of the game. Um,
yeah,
I feel like this is a different Roosters side. Now, obviously, last year they were firing. This year, they're sitting second last. And they're without the players that used to kill us every single season. Likes of Joey Manu, Jared Hargraves, Luke Keary. It's a completely new, different side. Now, Julian, what are your thoughts on the Roosters this season so far? Because they've been pretty poor.
yeah. Honestly, just they're just not there like as they used to be. Ever since they lost Joey Manu and just their main players, they've just gone downhill. But they've managed to win a few games, which is all right. But
Yeah.
still sitting at 16th,
Now, on the
almost at
other
10.
hand, the Dragons. What are your thoughts on the Dragons this season? Because if you think about it, we were 2 points away from being 5-1. We would have sat second on the ladder, and we were literally two
Well,
points away from, if it's the 1 point against Souths and the 1 point against Para, we're 2 points away from sitting second. So,
honestly,
yeah,
it's
talk to me.
a lot of people saying, "Oh, because we've lost like a few crucial games." Like,
Yeah,
but a lot of people would say, "Oh, it's typical Dragons." We'd say that, but like
yeah,
honestly. I think we're having a great season so far. Like
we are.
round one,
We
we
are.
did lose 28 to 20, but like it's only an 8 point differential, right? And we actually showed up towards the end there, and so that's not a flogging. We haven't been flogged this season at all.
Last year we
Round
did.
two, we come into Wollongong.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the thing. Last year, oh man, few games we just didn't show up. But this year,
yeah,
so far, we've
yeah,
been showing up. Like round two, we lost by 1 point.
yeah.
It's not too bad.
And I
Round
feel
three,
like,
we had a bye. Even better.
yeah, I agree. I feel like with the Dragons, I feel like we've turned into a really gritty side. And I'm not being biased when I say this, but on our day, we can beat any team in the competition. And it showed that
100%.
when we beat Melbourne. But honestly,
There we
like
go.
the
Yeah,
Dragons are not that far off. As you said, two of our losses came from 1 point, and the other loss was an 8 point loss. We're not that
yeah,
far off. I believe we'll make the eight. Obviously, this thing get clipped up quickly, and we could be sitting at the end of the season saying, what were you thinking, Elijah?" But honestly,
yeah.
I believe in us. I think the only thing I would say is that, let me scroll down, is the bench. Like
Mm.
Jacob Little and Egan are amazing. I
Oh,
feel like Egan will jump back into the starting lineup, but I feel like Gula and Laurie in the same team. Laurie's actually been playing decent the last few games,
yeah, yeah.
but I
Oh,
feel like when you
he,
look at the reserves, I feel like you have to give these young guys a crack.
yeah.
Loco,
Bring in.
Finau Latu,
Mm,
they've been amazing. Interesting seeing Corey Allen on the reserves. He hasn't been on the reserves, so I wonder if it's just as a replacement because usually Finau's on the reserves, or if we could see a late
yeah.
switch. I'm not quite sure,
Um,
but
yeah, about Corey Allen, because we signed him last year and he never got
yeah,
to play because he did his ACL or something.
yeah,
And then Flano decided to re-sign him, and yeah,
yeah,
he's been playing reserve grade. But I honestly, in the long run, I don't see him ever playing
yeah. I
first
don't think
grade for
so
the
too.
Dragons.
We have too many outside backs. We have too many wingers. I've noticed too
Yeah,
many.
like Laurie's actually been playing all right,
He has.
but if was I can't speak if he was having the season like besides the last two games he's played, he was awful.
Yeah,
I would if he kept going, I'd replace him with like Pacifica Tonga or um Latu.
yeah. I
But
agree.
yeah, other than
One
that,
thing I
he's
see on the
actually been
reserves for
showing
the
up.
Roosters is Dom Young. Now he's not in the team. I feel like that's kind of a good thing for the Dragons. Obviously, Dom Young, yeah. So they've actually got
Oh,
Nwanganita
Marky,
Wase
yeah, Mark, yeah.
and Tupou
Oof.
on the wing. So they've dropped Dom Young. Now, Julian, do you see that as a good thing for the Dragons, or do you see Nwanganita Wase as more of a threat?
He can be a threat because whenever I watched him with the Roosters, he's actually been improving ever since he started there.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's got the size, and I'm not sure. I think for now can go against him. For now, letting a try against Saab, but that's Jason Saab, man.
Yeah,
He's like
no, you couldn't blame
6
him.
foot over 6. Couldn't really stop him, but yeah, who knows?
Yeah. I
I
feel
think for
like
now has got this.
I feel like for the Dragons last game against Manly, I feel like that kind of I feel like that kind of win really like we couldn't I feel like we couldn't get those types of wins like last season. I feel like if we were in that position last year, we would have lost. But I feel like I want to give a shout out to the fullback and the captain, Clint Gallison, because Julian, how good is he? Honestly, as a
Oh
Dragons
man,
fan, it is so refreshing to see a captain actually want to be at the team. After all those years, I pulled up with obviously Ben Hunt was amazing some games, but he was really bad and sold us in lots of other games, and all he would do was whine and sulk. And so I'm very glad that Gutherson, he's like the perfect replacement. And our leadership, our signings, Gutherson, Val, Ilias, he's been improving the last few games. I've seen them improve.
yeah,
Like Cook, we actually have a really good team this year, and I think every single season people pick us for the spoon, but
mhm,
honestly, like Julian, we're a real threat in the finals. I believe. I genuinely think we're gonna have a Bulldog season of last year. As I said, we were 2 points away from sitting second on the ladder at 5-1. Like we're not that far off, and the fact that we're seventh with those losses, it shows how good we've been this season.
yeah. I'm with you on that whole thing. Like we can be a threat. I think we're honestly the underdog team that's going to make the eight, like the
Yeah.
Dogs were last year. And yeah, just got to keep winning games. Let's make it three in a row this week.
Hopefully. Now, Julian, the last time we beat the Dragons, I beat the Roosters, my apologies, was that great game at Kogarah in 2023
Oh,
on the last
bummer.
bell. I could not believe my eyes. I was up ready to leave my seat, and all I see is Sloaney put up an absolute, it
Oh
looked like
my
a
God.
shocker over kick, but the
Mm,
bounce, an
beautiful
amazing
bounce.
bounce for Matt Feeney to score on the buzzer against the grubby Roosters.
Oh,
Nothing better. Well, take me back, Julian. Take me. That
oh,
was amazing.
that night was the best. Like, look, I don't know if you can see, I've still got it as my lock screen after that game. Me and Sloaney.
That was
Oh
amazing.
my God.
That
I haven't
was
changed it
amazing.
since.
Now,
It was the best night.
last year we lost both games. The last time we actually beat Roosters was 2022 on Anzac Day. The last time we beat them on Anzac Day was 2022, where we beat them.
Jeez.
Oh, what was it? What was the
Yeah.
score actually?
It was
I
like
think we beat them by two.
14-12.
I think it was 14-12 or something like that. I think it was 14 to
Yeah.
12 where we beat them on Anzac Day. So I feel like we're due for a win. Surely we win.
hmm
Julian, give us your predictions for this match.
Yeah, I've got Dragons winning. Obviously, it's a very biased, but coming off the season, how the Roosters played it was Panthers, right?
Yeah,
Recently, how they played against them. Panthers did show up, so can't blame
yeah.
the Roosters. But I don't know, Dragons this year is something different. We've actually got the squad, the players, they want to be there. They're building something special.
Yeah.
And I can't remember the last time we won three in a row, honestly. Probably
No, honestly,
2022.
I think the last time we won three in a row was 2022, the last three games of the season, where we lost against the Raiders because our finals hopes were done, and we end up beating, I think, Titans, Tigers, and Broncos to finish the season, and that
Yeah,
really shows how, poor we've been the last few years. That was the last time
yeah.
we won three in a row. But Julian, surely it's the time. It's a year of the dragon for a reason. It is the year of the dragon, and the dragons are gonna show up. I'm gonna say my score prediction. Oh, I don't know. I reckon it's gonna be high scoring. I
Mm.
reckon Dragons will score. I reckon it's gonna be 32 to
Oof.
Dragons. I mean Dragons 32 to Roosters. Oh, I'm gonna say Roosters 16. I think.
Oh, oh.
I
I
think
like.
I had it closer originally, but I had it
Mm.
32 to 22, but then I realized I feel like Dragons are not going to concede full tries. I feel like our
Yeah.
defensive says one thing I've noticed, I don't know if you can back me up on this, but I feel like the Dragons try line defense is actually better than when it's like in the middle
Oh,
of the field because
yeah, yeah.
like I think we're top four in defense, like defensive rating this year, and like I feel like all the tries, even Manly, like more than half of the tries in the Manly game was from from the 50-meter mark where Lehigh Hopewadi made a line break or something. Like our defense has been really good. And so I don't think they're gonna score four tries. I'm gonna say 32 to 16. I'm gonna say my man of the match is gonna be I'm gonna say Lachlan Ilias as the man of the match. I think
Oh,
Lachlan
nice.
Ilias will have a big game on Anzac Day, filling in the shoes of the sorry Ben Hunt. And I think my score prediction, yeah, 32-16. And my try scores, whew, I'm gonna go with Mark and the Wanganita. He's probably like the bloke's a beast. He's gonna
Mm.
score somehow, I reckon.
Yeah,
For the Dragons, I'm gonna pick two try scores. I'm gonna pick number one, Clint Gutherson. I reckon he's gonna
yeah.
score.
Fair
And
enough.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna go Big Luch. He's
Ooh,
gonna
big
score off the
Lucci.
bench because
Nice.
I think Egan will probably start like that, like he has the last few games he's been working. I think Luch off the bench. Luch last week he was a bit quiet, but against the Titans he was absolutely amazing as soon as he came off the bench. Like he was like phenomenal. Um, but yeah, what's your score prediction for this match?
All right, let's go over it again. All right, I'm thinking very similar. I'm gonna put the Dragons to win by 10 points,
Ooh,
similar to yours.
mm,
I'm not gonna go like crazy, very crazy. I reckon 26 to the
mm,
Dragons, 26-16.
ooh, okay.
And yeah, even 26-14, something like that.
Yeah, honestly, I don't care like how much we win by, as long as we get the win. Honestly, like
Yeah.
Roosters are one of those teams who are absolutely despised. They're up there, honestly, with me. Probably my top three most hated teams: Roosters, Bulldogs, and Cronulla. Probably are up there in my top
Yeah.
like five. Like just can't stand Roosters, the cheating dogs. Um, but yeah, if you had to pick try scorers from both teams, who would you pick?
Yeah, from both teams. I'll start off with Roosters.
Yeah,
I can see Connor Watson getting up, even Angus Crichton.
yeah,
I can see them getting just yeah, I can see it happening. From the Dragons, this is a not bad shout, honestly, in my opinion. He's due for a try, Mr. Jaden Sewer.
Oh, Sua.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I want to
I-
see him get through, especially on Anzac. I'm pretty sure he got a try last year
Yeah,
on
he scored the
Anzac.
first try before. Um,
Yeah,
has he scored this year, Sua? I don't think
I
he
don't
has.
I don't think he has.
Um,
No, he
no,
hasn't.
he hasn't. Six appearances every
No,
try.
so
Sua's
so
been Sua's been good. I
he's
feel
been
like he's
average.
been a bit quiet in terms of like his standing
Yeah.
at least, but he's been really good. I
Mm.
think I think Toby Casman is literally he should make Origin this year if the New South Wales will
Oh,
win. He's exactly on New South Wales' need, don't you reckon, Julian?
100%. I've been hearing other podcasts. I think even Guru or something, Rugby League Guru said
Yeah.
something similar to what you said. Like
Yeah,
He's going to get his Origin call up very soon.
he has to. Now,
So,
now, what are
Laurie
your
Daly.
thoughts on this man, number 14, Jacob Little? How amazing has he been, bro?
Oh man, he should also be 14 for New South
He
Wales.
should. New South Wales need a 14, and he should be the
He's a
14.
yeah, he's a massive impact on the Dragons, man. Honestly, he comes in and he just does it for us. Like against doggies, man. I just he was unreal. Just
He's the
every game he
definition of
comes in and
clutch.
yeah, like dead set.
Like
Um,
legit, like
yeah,
even
very
like
underrated.
last year and this year, like whenever the
Yeah,
Dragons need him, he steps up. And I'll tell you what, Cook has actually last game against Manly, I thought he done really well. I
yeah.
think the Bellin has been also amazing. I feel like the
Hmm.
Bellin's probably a little bit too old to make Origin, but honestly, if he was a little bit like younger, I would have backed him to make Origin. Like he's been amazing.
Yeah,
Emre Gula, it's his first game since the is it the Melbourne game? I'm pretty sure. So we're going to see
yes,
how he steps in. Hamish Stewart's obviously out, but
yeah.
Eagle number 17, he has impressed
Ego,
me so much. Eagle, he has
ego.
he honestly like this bloke. I haven't like seen him miss a tackle. Honestly, he literally never gives up. Gives up. If he misses a tackle, he will literally chase like 10 meters just to finish that tackle. He's so like. The Dragons needed him, and I'm so happy after all that crap like all the crap forwards we've had the last few years, that we actually have a young guy that's like
Yeah,
just a beast. And I feel like that's with the Dragons overall. I feel like everyone in the Dragons team wants to be here. I feel like
yeah,
last year you looked at two of the best players didn't want to be here, and that was kind of why we were pretty crap. You look at
yeah.
Gutherson, he wants to be his passion. That after that Storm game, as soon as the whistle blew, he was screaming.
Oh,
He was absolutely ecstatic. Sloan wants to be.
yeah.
Sully
He loves
Sully
it.
has a poker face like 10 times out of 10. So I don't know if he wants to be, but I'm gonna assume he wants to be.
I
Holmes
mean,
looked
yeah.
at first. I was a bit like, uh,
Mm,
but I reckon Holmes wants to be like every single one of these players want to be. And I feel like that's what makes a Dragon so good. Now, I wanna quickly go to the ladder.
yeah.
Now, the Dragons are on 8 points, sitting at on 3-3. So 3 wins, 3 losses.
It's not bad at all.
It's not bad. This point differential. Now, Julian, last year, if we let me just take us back to last year and
Oh,
go
yep, yep, yep.
round 27. Look at our for and against. Look at our point differential.
Jesus. It's because, yeah, I think the last three games, it was
Yeah.
Raiders. I remember the last one, Raiders, Panthers, and Sharks, I think. We
Mm.
got, we didn't get flogged by Raiders, but
Yeah.
all right, let's go from the bottom. All right. I remember that
Yeah.
last game. We needed to win against the Raiders. We were winning. We were very high there on the scoreboard,
Or
and then we
18
just
nil.
let it slip and lose by 2 points. 26-24 it was, I think,
Yeah.
and that would have got us in the eight, I reckon,
Yeah.
honestly.
Honestly, like
But and then we got flogged against Panthers. We got flogged against Sharks. We
we
needed
had
to
that
win
close
that
game against
Eels
the
game.
Eels, but we were getting flogged the
Oh,
entire game against Para. That I don't know what that game was. Para annoyed me, bro. We haven't beat Para since 2021. Our halves were Adam Clune and Corey Norman the last time we beat Parramatta. Let that sink in.
oh my God,
Like genuinely, we have not
Jesus.
beat Parramatta in 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 ages, and that really annoyed me. That Parramatta game, the fact that we blew another 12-point lead, that win was in our palm of the hands, and then we and we blew it. But we'll get our revenge later on the year. I think it's at Win Stadium, so
Yeah, yeah, that's
I'm
that
gonna
win. But
I'm gonna be there. Sure,
me too.
Julian, you'll do your best to get up there in the gong, but surely we beat Parramatta. But I feel like something we focus. I feel like mostly this season I feel like defense was a big like priority. I feel like,
Yeah,
as I said, 126 like in the negatives compared to what are we now? 20. That's actually really good. Like,
it's not
ah,
bad. It's because those little losses, like we've had the three losses, right?
yeah,
1 point, 1 point, 8 points, and then we won against Storm,
crazy.
and
And
then
then
our
we flogged the
points.
Titans,
Yeah, and
which
so,
was
and then the Manly one helps too, another two
yeah,
points.
it does. Now, if you had to
So
pick your man of the match, for this season as like so far, who would it be? Like, who's the the player for you that really stands out this season on why we're doing so well? A few.
Stand,
It doesn't have to be one, just a couple.
Standout player, honestly, it's got to be the man himself, right there, Mr. Saint Clint Gutherson. He's been the
Yeah.
biggest. I think he's been the best signing. Very influential. Like I don't know, he's just come into
Yeah.
this club and everyone wants to be there. He wants to be there. He's changed. Him and Flano have like sort of changed it around.
Yeah.
Other
Fuck.
than
I
that,
just can't get over that jersey. Sorry, that
yeah,
jersey that jersey is a sexy looking jersey. That our
a lot of people,
first
a
yeah.
lot of people don't like it. You're gonna hate online, even people in real life.
At
Two of the boys
first
are
I was
work.
a bit like at first I was a bit like, oh, I don't know how it would look. But seeing it on you, like seeing it like on body, it actually looks really nice. Like even the collar, like
Mm.
I'm very excited to see what the indigenous jersey will be. Because
Oh,
we like alternate between white and we had black before. I wonder if it's
mm.
gonna be like I don't know like what jersey out of the last few years has been your favorite, do you reckon?
Um, honestly, the like in general or just indigenous.
We'll do in general. Like what's your over the like past maybe we'll do maybe like 10 years or so. What has been your favorite jersey that the Dragons have had?
Um, they in the past 10 years, honestly, they really haven't been doing collared jerseys,
Yeah.
eh?
Yeah, they have.
Um, so last year was the 25 year anniversary. I got that jersey. It's because it's got the collar like this.
Yeah.
I love that because I don't know, just bring
Yeah.
back the collars.
That's a very good
Um,
jersey.
I liked the Indigenous jersey last year
Yeah,
as
that
well.
was
Like it's
amazing.
cool how they made it like a V, but with Indigenous pattern.
Yeah, that was really
That
nice.
that was sick.
Oh,
But other than that, it's been the 25 year jersey. Honestly, like the
yeah,
collar, and it's got every Dragons player in the
yeah,
last 25 years on there.
that was
So,
amazing. Far out. Like I tell you what,
and then
Sloan has
it's
been amazing too. Sloan,
yeah,
like
he has massive improvement.
he honestly, I was a bit skeptical. Like I was a bit like, oh, I don't know how he's gonna do on wing. Like, but
Mm.
he's turned into like Xavier Savage exactly. Xavier Savage started off as a fullback and he's flourishing on the wing. Sloan has legitimately like been amazing for us. Like the tries that he scores, the fact that he doesn't get
Oh
like pushed back every single time he carries a hit up, I actually feel safe under
yeah,
him. Like
mm.
he has genuinely like shocked me how good he's been. And like even like Duffy, when we had Duffy, I think we put him on the wing for a couple of games, and even in reserve grade when he was on the wing, he was terrible.
Yeah.
Like the fact that we actually have a fast I feel like Sloan's kind of lost a bit of speed, but only a hint because I think he's
A
putting on a bit
tiny
of
bit.
weight, tiny bit.
Yeah,
But
but if he keeps
yeah,
if he
he's been
keeps up
amazing.
what he did, oh man, they really get the track on him because all they talk about the fastest players. He's never on there, but you watch his full length tries.
Uh,
He's got bloody speed, man.
bro, that try against Manly, far out. What a try.
Oh, unreal. Oh,
That
he
fend.
played pretty good, pretty bloody good against Manly. Like there was a tackle, he thumped someone. He ran straight at
Mm,
someone and thumped him. It
he
was
did.
mad. I loved seeing that because like everyone, a lot of people do talk down on him because of his size and like he can't tackle. He's too scared. But this year has really shown that he's really getting more into it.
Yeah. Now, I'm gonna put you on the spot here. Now, we have 4 games remaining till we have a bye. And now what we're gonna do is gonna be a quick yes or no. We're gonna go through each game and you're gonna say, are we gonna win this game or are we not?
Okay,
All right. So the Roosters Dragons.
tight. Yes.
Tigers Dragons on Magic Round. Oh, we haven't beat them on Anzac. We haven't won on Anzac Round ever. That kills me.
Yeah. Well, when I went to Magic Round in 2023 because we weren't there last year, they
Hmm.
lost to the Tigers by
Oh,
two
that was
points.
heartbreaking. That was
So I'm pretty sure I've been looking online. They brought Galvin back in, so
that's
and
what
they needed him yesterday.
they
So
did.
I actually feel like they won't win at Magic Round, but it'd be beautiful. I'm traveling so far just
Mhm.
to watch him.
Warriors
So
Dragons.
I'm Warriors Dragons in Wollongong. Yep,
I
yep.
mean, now Broncos Dragons. Now this game. Let me click onto where's it? Yeah, it's
Not
at
too
Suncorp.
sure. Yeah, it's on a stupid Sunday.
We have
Um.
one Sunday. This is the only Sunday game we have all year.
Oh wow.
All our
Man,
game,
if that was on the Saturday,
yeah,
they're
every
on
single
Saturdays, eh? All Saturdays,
yeah,
not
all
Friday.
Saturdays 5:30 and 3 o'clock. Legit. Like if you
Beautiful.
look, I want to just go to the draw. If we skim through it here, Saturday, Sunday,
Saturday.
Friday, rare Friday game, Friday.
Bye.
So we have a few Friday, now Thursday, okay. But this is where the Saturday goes. Saturday,
Saturday.
Friday,
Saturday.
Friday, Thursday, Saturday. Like,
It's all mostly Saturdays.
yeah,
Two
like we
Thursday
have
nights.
one Sunday game all
Two
year. I feel
third
like the draw's a bit
yeah.
odd.
2 Thursdays, 2 Fridays, and the rest Saturdays is not too bad. It's a shame those Thursday night ones probably can't even go to there's a Friday
Yeah.
one in you.
Um,
But that's all right.
nah, so Brisbane, what are you saying? Loss or win?
Hmm. I'm not too sure. Not too sure. I think they did it last year,
They did.
but I swear that was without Walsh, and I'm not
Yeah,
sure
no,
if they
that
have
was during Origin. Now, is this? I don't know. I think this is
even
right before Origin, so I'm not sure if the players are going to be out for. No, I think.
yeah, even ours, you never know.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm not too sure about the Broncos one. It's a bit, because we didn't win in Brisbane, but
yeah.
yeah, wow.
I don't know. I feel like I'm looking at the games. I feel like the draw's been so weird. You see how many teams have played each other twice already? Like,
Yeah, I know.
honestly, the draw's so weird this year. Like, I don't know who
Yeah.
made it. Like, but it's so dumb. Like you
Mm.
see,
It's weird.
like Roosters, Broncos play twice, Roosters, Panthers, Tigers, Titans, and then we have Eagles, Tigers twice. Like it's so
Mm.
I don't know. It's so weird. Now, Julian, if you had to put on you know, your your glasses for the future, your future glasses. What can you see? Where do you see the Dragons finishing in the ladder, 1 through 8?
In 2025, the Dragons, honestly, I wouldn't put them any higher than that.
Yeah,
Depends how they go, like if they're on a sweet, sweet good form, like people are forgetting it's a fresh, whole new spine and
yeah,
different half combo. The way seventh, um, I'm gonna put him seventh, six at the highest, no more.
okay. Sixth
But
place.
I reckon they'll slide in the eight.
That's not bad. All right.
So
Anyway, thanks
seventh
guys so much for
is my
watching.
lock.
Yeah, for sure. Anyway,
Thank you
thanks guys for
guys.
watching, mate.
Thank you
If you
guys.
liked the video, make sure you like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. If you haven't subscribed to Julian, and if you haven't subscribed to me, honestly, I need every every bit that I can get. And then we'll see you next week.